Yo.
There you go. Word.
And one more. Maybe not that one. Well, my bad. I was playing beats.
Let's see.
That y'all couldn't hear for whatever reason.
Catch up. See,
I was playing beats.
it's like your beats is like down the street. They like very faint.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I don't. Well, what's up with it? I guess I'll get into what I was going to talk about then. But you heard the beats. That's all that matters. So yeah, there's some shit coming. There's some shit in the works, and I think I'm prepped for this year. So all I have to do is drop. So yeah, that's beautiful. Look who planned ahead. You know what I mean? Proud of me. Um. Well, this Toon Talk for tonight is based on Dragon Ball Z. There's some shit that I thought about and I saw on another channel, and it made me think a little deeper about it. So I kind of made my own little rendition of what I thought happened or took place. Because when you really think about it, I don't think the Shadow Dragons were necessarily an enemy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves wishing for miracles. Or think about it like this: everybody wants a blessing, but what that blessing came with a tab? What if that miracle came with a bill? And I felt like Dragon Ball GT asked one big disrespectful question. What if every blessing or miracle that you had interest? What if it piled up like what's Buddy name? He looked like JoJo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, but he bless you. He what chop punch? It was some shit like that. But he dressed like JoJo now, but he was on Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, it was the dude with the no shirt with the white pants, and they was like up to his fucking him. like when you realize his power was like basically you accrue interest for all the aura or shit that you expel out. That I mean, it's kind of like what happened in Dragon Ball Z if you think about it. I mean, Dragon Ball GT, and that's kind of where the Shadow Dragons come into play. You basically have 7 karmic repo men saying you got your wishes. Now here comes the consequences. I feel like I don't know, like when I thought about that shit, it kind of blew my mind because it's like, who knew this shit was that deep? Or did they intend for it to be that deep? You know what I'm saying? Like, or is it to teach us a lesson, maybe? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the intent was, but I found something in it. And by the way the fucking views was on the other one, I ain't the only one. So shit, like, I don't know. Maybe we should start taking this shit a little bit more seriously. Because they do in schools, like even now they use more animation to teach kids shit than they do, you know what I'm saying? Those old school dry ass videos they gave us. Especially that driver's ed video. That shit was trash. And then it was, I don't know, like I didn't feel like I learned anything. Now in defensive driving, yeah. I felt like I learned a lot of shit. But in regular, just, the 1-2 of driving school, no. I felt like that was just some shit for y'all to do, just for you know what I'm saying? Just like everybody else did it. It didn't, I don't know. I didn't feel like I learned a lot from that shit. I learned a lot of niggas can't drive. Especially when you got to ride in the car with a motherfucker and get them times and shit. That passenger car ride time and shit. And observation times and shit. Yeah, no. I'm cool on that shit. Because motherfuckers really can't drive, man. Like, and you would think it's such an easy thing, but no, it's not for some people. Some people really can't fucking drive to save their life. And it's nothing that, I don't know. Like this, if you just pray to God you ain't have one of those, or you don't get one of those and drive with it. For my people who may have started later in life, you know what I'm saying?
Me.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit, it happens. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, in GT, the Dragon Balls finally say, we're tired, we're stressed, and the homie Goku won't stop fucking dying. Every wish, like granted or made, creates negative energy or negative output, which makes sense. Like I guess in my head, why would you think you could wish a whole world back and it not be some backlash or some negative to it? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of simple. Like, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if something good happens from wishing on the Dragon Balls, something bad has to get, happen or either be stored up somewhere in that shit. And Goku dying definitely didn't help shit. You feel me? It's the same rule as real life. Credit cards, environmental debt, political debt, trauma debt. You can delay responsibility, but you ultimately can't delete it. Ain't that the boy? Man. Ain't that the truth? I'm realizing that shit now. What that last part I put in the notes. You can delay responsibility, but you can't delete it. Like, just to be transparent, like, okay, like with us. Like all the shit I did in 25. Like I can put it off and play like I don't have to amend that or fix that or heal that. You know what I'm saying? But you ultimately still, like, you can put it off, but you can't, like, you can't do the fact that you did the shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I did the shit. You know what I mean? So it's like no matter how much you want to move past it or like deflect that responsibility, like you still in the end can't erase what you've done. Like you can mend it, but and fix it, but you can't erase it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they say, what's done is done.
The scars are there.
Exactly. So when you think about it that way, it's really that's the whole Shadow Dragon philosophy. Shortcuts ultimately create long journeys. And ain't that the truth? Like you could try to even though they were for a good reason, I don't think reason matters in this situation. No matter if it was to wish back the world, to reset it, to make it right, whatever, you took a shortcut. You know what I mean? Like that's ultimately what the Dragon Balls were. They were shortcuts to the end goal of wishing everyone back, a happier world, get rid of somebody, make sure they don't come back, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So yeah, all in all, shortcuts create long journeys. We're gonna talk a little bit about the wishing part. Wishing is desire without labor, and psychologists call this magical compensation. The belief that wanting something intensely substitutes doing something difficult. And that shit is very true. Like some of us when it comes to working out. You know what I mean? Like you want to work out bad as a motherfucker, but you don't do it. So you think by you thinking about it all the time, that's ultimately you working out or getting closer to your goal. When it's not. You're just not doing the difficult shit. We're just taking your ass to the gym. Like me. Just saying. Being transparent. So Dragon Ball Z took that idea literally. Wishes ultimately replace struggle until struggle becomes the final issue and the final boss. We're gonna go into the Dragon Break now, basically. We're gonna do 2-star Haze Shenron, the Pollution Dragon, which was an ugly motherfucker. I don't know if I can even find him. I don't think so. The Rotund one. He looks dope as a trading card, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I don't know. He built like never mind, I ain't gonna say what I want to say. I feel like that's fucked up for me to say. Well, my nigga is kind of mismatchy. Just throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? He's very mismatchy on the situation.
Years ago today, I took you to the Rocker something cafe.
That one at Covington? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was dope. I like that. Yeah, making me feel weird in that motherfucker. But this is Hey Shit Rock. Thank you for that too. That was dope. It was nice. Got a couple of drinks, ate some food, watching people dance that couldn't really dance, but it was okay though. They were trying very hard. And Buddy Girl was definitely gonna leave with somebody, and it wasn't gonna be with him. I don't know what he did, but she was on the bishop that night. Now, what originally brought Hey Shenron, the origin which was reviving Bora. The theme of this wish, or his theme, is decay, pollution, and sickness. We treat problems with band-aids and ignore the rot underneath. Medicine without prevention. Convenience without sustainability. And that's how societies get weaker while feeling stronger. Now, if you want to apply this shit to history, London's Great Smog, the industrial power boom, respiratory disaster. Hey Shenron is that smog, basically in dragon form. Next, you have the 5-star, which is Ray Shenron. They all look like. I don't know. Can you look like Sin?
Yeah.
Like, is that possible? Is that a thing? Maybe I'm being fucked up for saying that. Maybe, but I feel like that is what these represent or look like. It's just Sin. Not and like I don't know how to explain it. Like if you had like the 7 deadly sins or some shit personified, I feel like that's what they were trying to do. This nigga look like a fucking duck. Yeah, see? Face on that mother club.
Yeah. Like the form cockroach.
With a fat ass Project Belly button. No, that's fucked up too soon. Too much. Okay, my bad. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see you when you go big, my man. Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
See? Everybody's
Cool.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You get a little time on this motherfucker, you feel me? All right. Now, rage, which is electricity and rage, which I guess go hand in hand. You know what? Now that I think about it, Pikachu is one of the few characters that like wasn't angry, but used lightning and thunder powers. Well, maybe Raiden.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't angry.
You know what I mean? Like, but you know, maybe I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But that, yeah. Oh, but I felt Thor got angry at a certain point.
But he wasn't angry all the time to say he used like.
Yeah, that's true. Now Zeus, I feel like is a yeah. All right.
You ain't shit.
Facts. Origin wish for Ray Shenron was reviving Goku. And the theme for him was anger as a weapon. Basically, when anger saves you once, you start relying on it, which is very true. Some of us kind of lean more towards anger than anything else because it saved us so many times in the past. Whether that was fighting, huh?
Defense mechanism.
Mm-hmm. Whether it was fighting, snapping back, droning back, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It saved, yeah, it was there. And empires that grew through war often died through war. So basically, you live by the sword, you die by it. Rome, Japan, Napoleon, all powered by violence dividends that eventually went horribly negative. Ray Shenron is Goku's comeback buff turned payback debt, basically, which is kind of fucked up. It's like, I got to come back, but yeah, I also created a shadow dragon off the wish to bring me back. You know what I mean?
On accident?
What? He died on accident?
No, created the dragon thing.
Yeah. No one knew that this shit was happening, basically. They went to go make a wish and they got a nigga smoking a doobie and shit instead of Shenron. And behold, the shadow dragon and shit begins. You know what I'm saying? After he disperses. The 6-star, which is 6-star shadow dragon, which would be Oceanus Shenron, which I don't think he was the only one that looked normal, in my opinion. He was about the only fucking one that looked normal. Kind of human body, like, kind of give you I don't know, not a hippie, but like a shaman vibe type shit, in my opinion. The origin wish for him was Oolong's underwear wish, which was fucking stupid. Something you could definitely have went without. Vanity, image, and status. Even dumb decisions have compound effects. Very fucking true. Lord, that you know what? When Dr. Johnson asked me what was my theme of 25, I should have said dumbness, ignorance. She asked, like, I had to. Oh, did she throw it away? Oh, I hope not. I'm just gonna pray to God she did, because my assignment was on a piece of paper.
Okay.
And I hope that she didn't throw it away, but we'll see. Social media economy lives on the vanity debt, image over substance. People go broke to look rich. Ain't that the truth?
Yes.
Like, it don't make sense either. Like, what for? It puts no extra money in your pocket. And then these brands make so much money off of you, and half of them don't even want to give you a brand endorsement deal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like ultimately, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like,
Nothing.
I feel like, would you rather be fly as hell but a shitty person, or be a good person and just be in your basic like t-shirt, jeans, and Vans or something? You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of people would rather choose the Versace and all that shit, but Lord knows what you got to do to get it. You know what I'm saying? Or to maintain their lifestyle. You feel what I mean? So yeah. History example: Versailles, quotidians, powdered wigs, fashion competitions, while the country starved. If we don't remember that shit going on, and this very shadow dragon energy. Naturon's Shenron, which was the trauma earthquake 4-star. His origin, which was reviving victims of Napa, which Napa came through and wrecked shit. And I mean, as far as the ball niggas go, Napa was kicking ass. Cause I mean, let's just keep it a buck. Tien wasn't shit. Krillin always got his ass whooped. And who else did we have that was balls? I don't think freezing them count as ball because, yeah, I don't know. They just get a whole different ball game in my opinion. But nonetheless, if you had to compare this to a real world mirror, it would be wars end fast, but trauma ends slow. PTSD shows up decades later in families who never even fought. And I feel like that's the same way in real life, even if you're not part of the armed forces. Sometimes things you do have a lasting effect, and it may not show up right then and there. It may be okay at the time, but then further down the line, that pain hits, and like that person may not even done shit to you, but you did something to them. So now you have a long lasting effect, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like now this person that didn't do shit has got a trauma or PTSD behind some shit that they never even asked for, And just to give a history example, Vietnam War veterans returning home, physically alive but mentally altered forever. Natron's parasitic possession was basically trauma inhabiting survivors. Ice Shenron, cold diplomacy, the 3-star dragon. And this comes from reviving freezes victims, I believe the first time. Deceit, political, and ice, smoothness, I guess you would. Most wars end not with fists, but with a lot of paperwork. Treaties are elegant lies that freeze problems until they thaw uglier, which is kind of like I feel like what's going on with all the countries right now. The shit was cool with China and us until it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So now, like, it's little bullshit, like stabs going on, like, oh, we're gonna tariff this, knowing that's gonna fuck up so and so's money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel that, and that's really how this shit ends up going. And the 1-star. See, yes, I mean, yeah. I thought, oh yeah, you didn't cut it in them last night, did you? No, okay. No, Shenron Fire of Honor. Theme of this one would be fire, period, and transformation. Nova is the weird one, a noble monster born from selfless wishes. Samurai code emerging from feudal slaughter, knights from religious war, medical breakthrough from tragedy, and dark things create bright tools, which is sad. But I feel like, isn't that just turning a negative into a positive, like we supposed to do? Like a lot of shit comes from a dark place or derives from a dark place. You know what I'm saying? But it may have made a positive impact in some way. You feel what I mean? Like, I don't know, like surgery. Like somebody had to be the first motherfucker to get cut on. And it had to have worked. So, you know what I mean? So it's like maybe it was a dire situation then that turned to a positive later on. The 7-star Shin, Omega Shenron, is basically karma made into flesh. And this wish was undoing Cell Saga casualties, which were a fucking lot. But Omega Shenron is the universe going, run me my debt money, pretty much. It's like, for all the shit that I've done and bestowed upon you, now it's time to pay me back. Time to, I ain't gonna say pay the piper because R. Kelly, yeah. Climate change is the same concept. 200 years of growth, 20 years of us denying it, and 2 years of panic because now the world's going to shit. One thing you can say is karma doesn't knock; it just breaks in. Ain't you, boy? Yes, indeed. Because you don't know how karma gonna come back at you, and it don't come instantly. You could be doing good in life and ain't fucked up in years, but then that shit still come back on you. Karma is that motherfucker that weigh your bushes for years over there that don't say shit. So don't worry. You know what I mean? But all in all, to say, DBZ was strength fantasy. Dragon Ball Z GT was responsibility philosophy. Dragon Ball Z says, if you punch hard enough, reality will ultimately let you pass. Now, Dragon Ball Z GT says, reality doesn't care how strong you are if you're irresponsible. But the Shadow Dragons argue, miracles without responsibility becomes disasters with personality. That's hard. That's hard. And I feel like, do we do that in our real lives though? Like, are we responsible for the miracles that are disposed upon us? Like, do we really be like, damn, this could have went to somebody else, so I'm really low key. You know what I'm saying? Do you really go deep about it, or do you just kind of say, fuck it? Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for subbing. Already. 2 subs. Already. I fucks with it. Well, this is sum all this shit up. Everybody wants a wish, but nobody wants a receipt. And in this instance, the Shadow Dragons are the receipts. Goku fought Frieza, Cell, Boo, but GT made him fight his own shortcuts. And I feel like that's the most grown-up arc Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball has ever wrote. Till next time, I'm Squish Arcana, and this is Toon Talk. Peace and air grease. I'm out.